This is the B-Main GT on the tone, less than 5. And they're off. Easy work together. Oh, little ting-and-tanging. Nick Williams out to the lead. Oh, saw Stuart went up on 2 wheels as Larry drove underneath him. But up at the front, it is Nick and Vaughn working their way in front of the driver's stand. Nick doing a good job holding off Vaughn there. Vaughn coming up in the traffic. Oh, that's Ryan around Vaughn. Yes, Ryan Evans up into that second spot. Oh, Vaughn getting caught up there with Larry as he falls
5
back.
5 minutes left.
And that puts Scott Windsor up into that 4th spot. Vaughn down to 5th. Daniel in 6th and Stuart in 7th. Your leader, blue and white, past pit lane. Ryan Evans in that white, black, yellow, and orange. Looks like Larry up into that 3rd spot. Windsor in the purple in 4th. Vaughn in 5th. Daniel 6th. Stuart in 7th. So your leader working his way down the straightaway, Nick Williams, trying to check out on this one. Oh, trouble for Fusco. Gonna let Stuart.
4 minutes left.
Little beating and banging coming into the infield. People bouncing off pipes. Still Nick, Ryan, Larry, Scott, Vaughn, Daniel, Stuart. But Vaughn closing in on the back bumper of Scott. Oh, but he taps coming through the chicane. Rail grinds it. That's going to have Fusco coming up on Vaughn now. Fellow Serpent driver. It's your leader. 1.2 second gap between Nick and Ryan. Ryan onto the straightaway. Nick goes his fastest lap. Ryan now 1.6 back. Larry 1 second back. Scott Windsor 7/10 behind Larry. So Windsor in that purple car trying to close it in on orange and white of Larry Gross. Larry through the sweeper wide. Scott tightens it up. Ryan trying to chase down our leader.
3 minutes left.
So it is, oh, trouble for Vaughn. Fusco gets by. So Daniel up into that 5th spot. Vaughn down to 6th. Still up at the front. The gap now down to 9/10 as Nick Williams has got Ryan Evans closing in on him. Larry about a second back. Scott now 8/10 back to Larry. Is Larry getting into groove, but Scott not letting him get away. They go by pit lane through the bus stop onto the straightaway. The battle there tightening up for 3rd and 4th coming into the infield. That is Larry Gross and Scott Windsor. Larry over the curbing in the orange and white. Scott in the purple down the straightaway. Trying to chase him down. Trouble for Fusco. Got Vaughn all over his rear butt. Fusco up on that curbing also.
2 minutes
Vaughn
left.
goes inside. Oh, they tap out. That's going to let Stuart up into that 5th spot as Vaughn courteously gives Fusco back his position. Nick Williams working his way onto the straightaway. Oh, trouble for 2nd. That's going to put Scott Windsor on his back bumper. Scott has worked. Trouble for Stu. Lets Fusco and Vaughn by. So Stewart back down to that 7th. Fusco back up into 5th. But the battle now, 2nd and 3rd. That is Ryan and Scott. Ryan goes a little wide there. Scott now all over his back bumper, but Larry Gross takes himself out of that picture as he goes over the curbing onto the straightaway. So the battle
1
right
minute
now,
left.
second and third with less than a minute to go. Ryan in the white, yellow, black, and orange with Scott Windsor right behind him in that purple with orange lettering. Scott making a
45
little bit of
seconds
mistake
left.
there, giving Ryan a little bit of breathing room. Up front, the gap now 2.3 seconds as Nick is now checked out. Ryan Evans trying to hold on to that second spot, but Scott Windsor not letting them get away. They work their way onto
30
the straightaway.
seconds left.
Oh, trouble for Fusco, or Larry Gross. That puts Fusco up in that fourth spot. So Daniel Fusco up to fourth.
15 seconds
Larry now
left.
going to get pressure from Vaughn. Vaughn's got pressure from Stuart. The battle for second and third stretched out just a little bit as Ryan putting some distance on Scott. About 7/10 of a second. Stuart all over the back bumper of Vaughn, but it's gone.
Daniel
Time.
Fusco done.
They're going to run it to the line.
Larry Gross done.
It's going to be Nick Williams
Von Perry
taking
done.
B1 for GT.
Stuart Patrick done.
Ryan Evans bringing home in second. Scott
Williams
Windsor
done.
in third. Daniel Fusco
Ryan Evans
fourth.
done.
Larry Gross in fifth.